One of my very favorite inspirational speakers is Zig Ziglar. He was a wonderful man. He brought encouragement and support to many, many people through his words. An outstanding salesman with impeccable business savvy, Ziglar made his biggest impact through the values he shared with millions of fans and listeners through his books and public speaking tours. His example proves the adage that dollars and cents alone don't make the man. It's what he does to benefit others that determines his real legacy. Ziglar summed up his formula for success as follows: you don't have to be great to start, but you need to start to be great. He was so very right that first step in the new endeavor can very often be the most difficult. It can be very easy to be overwhelmed at the prospect of launching new onto a journey. Whether that is writing a book from a blank page, starting up a new company from scratch, or learning how to master a brand new skill. It isn't important that you're a master or an expert, or maybe even that good at all when you first set out launching your new endeavor. The important thing is that you simply get going. Many of us can endlessly delay and dawdle in getting moving on our work, even if we know that running out the clock makes it even more likely that we'll never get started. There are a lot of theories out there of why so many of us persist in delaying taking action, even while knowing that it is only hurting ourselves in the long run. Many simply lack the confidence and think that going through with their ambitions will only expose their weaknesses or feelings. Others want to avoid the pain and failure so badly that they cannot even rouse themselves to make an attempt. And of course, some folks are just plain lazy. No need to make it more complicated than that, just that's the simple rationale. To be fair, we as human beings often seem to have a general tendency to embrace laziness, but it's still no excuse, especially in a day and age when the entire concept of average is essentially over, and we all need to be hustling and thinking creatively to get ahead. It's okay to feel vulnerable or prone to failure when you're taking a chance on yourself in a new venture. You really should see this feeling as a sign of growth. Anytime you're venturing out of your established comfort zone in pursuing a professional or personal growth, it is bound to feel a little unsettling. So take heart. Feeling unsure of yourself is a sign that you are not just ambitious, but taking concrete action on your ambitions. So, what are some of the potential strategies you can consider to get past that initial barrier holding us back or holding you back from making the progress on your goals? It's much more doable to tackle a new field if you break it into smaller chunks along the way. By focusing upon making consistent and incremental goals, little by little, each and every day, you can help minimize the odds that you will feel overwhelmed by all of that you are doing or attempting to do. Have an achievable goal in mind, a medium number of push-ups if you are looking to get into shape, an achievable page count if you're cracking the keyboard to be a writer, a savings goal within reach if you want to rebuild your financial portfolio. The net effect of meeting a goal is that you provide you with a sense of confidence of how you can go about continuing to make progress and meeting the next goal that you set along the path. Now, this doesn't mean making a goal too easy either. You need to stretch. You want to put yourself in a position where you're also going to need to stretch. So don't consider what I'm saying as just set a goal that's easy to accomplish. That's a whole different discussion. But that said, it's wise to put in points of encouragement along the way to keep you motivated and engaged. This could be most tangibly translated into rewarding yourself for the progress you make, as long as the reward is not something that will breed complacency and prevent you from moving toward the rewards. When studied, rewards have been demonstrated to be far more effective than punishments in keeping folks along the right track. So give yourself a healthy treat once in a while when you actively say yes to your personal goals. Tying rewards to positive behavior will only help you further associate your ethic and pleasurable experiences. These don't necessarily need to be major, game-changing milestones either. Small ones are just as valuable and vital. The rewards can be simple as well. They can include good food that you enjoy, or a comfortable sleep in the bed, or maybe just an afternoon off. Simple organizational behavior can help as well. Maintaining a daily task list of everything you want to accomplish in a day will give you a helpful snapshot of everything you want to tackle in that day, helping you to sort it out into achievable blocks of actions. Check off items on your list as you go, and it'll give you the energy and gusto to keep making progress on that list. It also takes a matter of just a few weeks for a new habit to become instilled as a routine that you will do without even thinking about it. So keep at the things that you know you need to do each and every day. Before long, with very little time and place, they will turn into an autopilot situation and become a habit without you needing to stop and think about it yourself. Also, be sure to get my Daily Efficiency Organizer from my website for free. You'll find that that's a great tool to help keep you on track on a daily basis. It's okay in most circumstances to still be building the plane while you're taking off. Even if you're insisting on waiting until you are fully comfortable or informed on the field that you are tackling, you may never get really started. With the growing complexity in the world, there's always something to be learning about, especially in the multifaceted world of business and startups. The good news is that the best way to learn often involves learning by doing as the real-world scenarios pass your way. This will likely be a far more effective way of teaching your lessons to you and learning them for yourself, rather than the endless research and reading you can do online or in books. If you're comfortable with some of the degree of ambiguity and not being a total master as you get started, you will have conditioned yourself for a terrific learning experience as you kick off your new venture. It's been observed many, many times that people are far more likely to regret the actions they didn't take than the ones that they did. The lesson here is that it's far better to get going and to make some mistakes rather than to never try at all and endlessly wonder what might have been. Life is short and tomorrow is never assured. Rather than making an excuse and not trying new things or hard things, it should remind you that your life is this precious window through which you could pursue the goals and ambitions that you can't block out of your mind. The ones that keep you up at night and launch you out of bed in the morning. So just go ahead and get started. You'll be glad that you did in the long run. Trust me. Also, be sure and visit my website, TonyNewmeyer.com, and register to receive free trainings, articles, and more. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. And remember, always live rich.